G'day everyone, welcome to today's video. Today, finally got the figure that I started this whole channel in anticipation of. The LADO, I think it is, Mystic Land Liya Alopex. So, this is the figure I seen on a preview video that someone just had it at the end of it. Look at that little face behind there. Gosh, it's beautiful. And I knew I had to have her. That this was the figure that I wanted, and now I have her. So first, a shout out to TYC Toys store, and that was on AliExpress. I don't know if they're anywhere else or if they just sell on there, but let me tell you, I've never seen something packaged so well. The box itself was bubble wrapped, and then it was in a padded bag, and then that was in another padded bag, and they were all nice and tightly taped up, so there was no wiggling around all that. So phenomenal job, and I'll be purchasing from them again, that's for sure. Alright, so you've seen around the box. Let's get this out and have a look at her. Okay, so before we get into it, in the box there's this actual pull-out backdrop. It looks really nice. Can use that for other things. We have a data card sort of thing, which I've seen this on another review. It's a really good nice little idea that they've put that in there. Oh, and then we have the instructions of how everything works and where everything is, which I will probably need just to make sure I'm not getting anything wrong. Okay, this is a bit confusing. There's all sorts of like plastic. I'm meant to take off a head and then remove it. There we go. Oh, look at that face. How could you not love that face? We've got all the bits over here. I'll tell you, apparently this is their first model ever, and the amount of care that's been put onto everything is pretty noticeable straight out of the bag. And here she is. What a stunning looking figure. As I said, this is the whole reason I started this channel, is once I seen this figure, just on someone's like a what's coming up sort of thing, releases, the second I spotted her, I was like, yep, I'm getting this figure. I'm getting multiples of this figure, because I actually have more on the way that, funny enough, I pre-ordered from other stores when it first came out, when it was first on pre-order, and those stores still haven't got stock. They're still waiting. This one, as I said, AliExpress had them, straight away. Held off, thinking, the second I go and buy it, this, the ones I've already ordered will turn up, and those stores still don't have stock. So that's all right. They can take their time now, because I have this one to enjoy, and the others will be kept new in box, because I have a feeling that this line keeps on going. These figures will only go up in value in the future. Yeah, the tail definitely does make it more difficult to stand her up. Not surprisingly. Let's get a little stand out, even from what I've seen on other ones. The stand actually made it not much easier for her to stand up. Okay, and there she is, stand doing its job. So, as you probably would have seen, as I said, this has had a few reviews now on other channels. Come on, focus. There's a sort of embarrassed, blushing face, which looks really cute. And then her angry face, which once again is just so nicely detailed. Again, their camera focus. Little teeth in there. Not a fan of the change of colour eyes, but hey, that's what they're going with. She comes with a little bag for holding all the tools and stuff, which I'll put on later on, and all the bits and pieces. Let's get a couple of these hands on and see how it looks. Okay, and after a bit of faffing around, the wrist joint wanted to come apart halfway, so I had to fiddle around with that. Just be careful when you're removing the hands, and make sure to sort of hold the arm and then pull. The tail is really heavy, but thankfully they give you 2 spare wrist pegs, so they just clipped back together. There was nothing broken. It just popped apart at the middle part instead of pulling out. Got a couple of different hands on her, which the good thing is that it's very posable looking hands on this figure. A bunch of different, just random, just like a flat, open hand, gripping hands, 2 different types of gripping hands that give her lots of character, which I really enjoy. And having those ears to be able to move around and do what you want. So I'll whack together some B-roll footage of this lovely figure on different bits of furniture that I literally got because of this figure. Yeah, so the detail is just so nice looking on this figure. Okay, as far as size comparison, here she is with previous favourite cat girl, even though this is more of a wolf girl. So, not too much of a difference there. This one is fairly 1/12 scale. If this one is actually 1/12, who knows? It's a bit of a grey area. John Wick, I must say it's a pretty good size comparison. And here against another figure that I'm not sure if you'll see the review of this one because it was pretty much a disaster. But yeah, about the same size there with Marvel Legends Iron Man. Okay, I have to hold this one up. She just won't stand anymore. I got her to stand just before, but then one tap and she was over. So here she is with original Police Girl. It was the first review on this channel. Definitely a bit smaller there for that figure. Okay, so by the looks of it, with these two, looks like Star Wars Black Series is actually closest to her size, especially with being a bit more of a solid figure. So it's interesting. And here she is with that comical leopard that I reviewed a while ago. He's definitely that bit bigger, but doesn't look out of place with her. And lastly, here she is with the Robot Girl, the build it yourself figure. And once again, this seems to be about the right size. Just a touch shorter there, but when you take away the ears, it's pretty close. So time to bring out the motorbike, because I've been wanting to see how this figure looks on this bike since I got the bike. So she does sort of fit on there, but like most of them, just with the limited posability of where joints can actually bend, it just doesn't want to get in all the right places, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. The tail was just making it impossible to try and sit her on there. It kept on wanting to get in the way or unbalanced, so had to pop it off there for a moment. So that's my look at the first of these LADO figures. As I said, been wanting this since I first seen it, and now I've got her, and I am very happy. I managed to get the tail worked out so that it supports her. So thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you hopefully in the next video.